Hi. Now, I've done a couple of videos before about they who shall not be named, and just recently I decided to add some vehicles to what has been an all-infantry force, and I thought I'd show you the first of these that I've produced today. Now, rather than just getting regular Space Marine or Imperial Guard vehicles and painting them up in the grey and gunmetal colours I use for this army, I have turned to the old epic scale rules where this army had its own vehicles, and I have scratch built a Warhammer 40k scale version of one of these, and that vehicle is called the Termite. Now, the Termite comes in 3 parts. This is the first part. This is a complete Termite. It's a bit like a drop pod. It would deploy a squad of troops using deep strike, but unlike a drop pod, this would burrow under the ground instead of dropping from the sky. And this one would carry a complete squad. Now, obviously that's a subterranean vehicle, so moving around on the surface is going to be a bit of a problem for it, and that is why we've got the second part. That's this. It's a tracked vehicle with a carrying unit on the back, and this would probably have to rotate around to deploy the actual Termite from it. The Termite sits on it like that for transportation between battlefields. And then the third and final part of this model is this, which is basically a representation of the Termite as it breaks the surface, and then you would deploy your troops outside that. Now, to make this, I used some plastic piping. As you can see, if I start off with the main vehicle, that's 52mm plastic piping for the body. I also used a toothpaste cap for the tail end of the complete Termite, and then the drill and this little bit in here are made of plastic card. There's some plastic card for the hatch and decoration around here, and then there's some odds and ends from my bits box. That storm bolter is made from a heavy flamer taken from the Imperial Guard tank accessory sprue, and these 2 pieces here on the tail are made from wheels taken from the older style Lehman Russ and Chimera kits from the stockpile I amassed before Games Workshop discontinued those and replaced the kits with ones that don't have separate wheels. Now, the transporter is almost entirely plastic card. The rollers here that the Termite model sits on are made from drinking straws. You'll be able to see I've put in a few spare parts just to decorate the surface. A storm bolter at the front, quillers, towing cable, some equipment storage at the back, and some handy digging tools at the side just in case the massive digging vehicle on the top gets stuck for some reason. And then the wheels and the tracks again come from the far superior older Chimera and Lehman Russ kits. And so that's that unit. And then the emerging Termite is made from another piece of 52mm plastic piping, this time cut at an angle, and then I mount that on a Games Workshop oval base, and again build a plastic card drill and add details with some plastic card and a storm bolter made from a heavy flamer of the tank accessory sprue. And there you have it. I'll just place it there so you can see it properly to scale. I'm planning on building some more of these. I'm thinking of doing 2 or 3 more of this complete unit here, and then probably quite a few more of these, because I figure that you could be deploying straight from reserve, so you wouldn't necessarily need the transporter model to go with it, and also it cuts out construction time. And then I'll probably move on to some of the larger versions. such as the Mole, which would be about, well, if this is equivalent to a Chimera, the Mole would be near a Lehman Russ or Land Raider style, and the the Hellbore, which would be more sort of like a tunneling Baneblade. And that's about it really for today. I would just like to thank Jada, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Jada06, who is a fellow fan of this particular army. He's put up some nice stop motion animation videos, and I've communicated with him a fair amount whilst undertaking this project. Dark Titan 01, recently he very kindly provided me with a PDF of an Age of the Emperor army list, which has some very nice vehicles in, and the next video I put up may well be an Olympia Storm tank built from that. And finally, I'd just like to mention Firefox 9495. He's an Imperial Guard player, but he's going to be branching out and doing a new 1500 point army, and he's challenging people to guess what the army is. You've got a couple of weeks to guess, so it's Firefox 9495 again, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.